What's going on, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. Joe Kelly signs with the White Sox. We have some other rumors to get into about Jorge Soler, Nelson Cruz. Lots of rumors for the Dodgers right now. But first, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel for our latest Dodgers news and rumors. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if you really want to support the channel, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. 1, do you think the Dodgers should have re-signed Joe Kelly? And 2, what is your favorite Joe Kelly moment from his time in Los Angeles? Is it when he owned the Astros? Is it wearing the mariachi jacket to the White House? Let me know down below. And also, how do you feel about Nelson Cruz and Jorge Soler and some of these other players that the Dodgers are linked to? Do you think they should sign Nelson Cruz or Jorge Soler? Let me know down below. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So we've got some breaking news to get into. Joe Kelly is signing with the Chicago White Sox. It was first reported by USA Today's Bob Nightingale, who tweeted, high-powered reliever Joe Kelly has agreed to a 2-year contract with the Chicago White Sox. The deal will be final when he completes a physical. So say it ain't Joe. Jose Kelly, JK17, Mariachi Joe, the guy who owned the Astros. I mean, it's going to be sad to see him in another team's uniform, but he was fun while he was with the Dodgers. Now, did he quite live up to that $25 million contract after he was dominant throughout the 2018 postseason and the World Series? Not quite, but he still had his best year with the Dodgers last year. He posted a 2.86 ERA, and that was after giving up 4 runs in his debut against the Angels. If you take that appearance away, he would have had a 2.08 ERA last season. Also, he posted a career high in K percentage at 27.5%, a career low in FIP. His opponent's batting average was at 172 last season. So things were looking up with Joe Kelly, especially after he had that offseason surgery to remove a cyst from his shoulder. So he was looking like a new man. He was effective out there on the mound. He had that big moment in the postseason where he comes in the wild card game against the St. Louis Cardinals, gets that big punch out of Carlson, gets the Dodgers out of that inning, and unfortunately, he was forced to leave the postseason for good after suffering that bicep tightness in Game 5 of the NLCS. But all in all, he became one of the most popular Dodgers over the last few years thanks to what he did against the Houston Astros. Against the Houston Astros, it was the first time the Dodgers had faced them in a series since the cheating scandal of 2017 broke, and you know, of course, what happened next. He throws over the head of Alex Bregman, then he throws at Carlos Correa. They get a little dust up, and then Joe Kelly gives him the famous pouty face, and he says, nice swing. This is a family show. Can't say. How about nice swing, biatch? And it was an absolute phenomenon. You saw murals all around town. You saw T-shirts being made like the one I'm wearing right now. And it was really cathartic for a Dodger fan base that had so much pent-up frustration after what had happened in 2017 when the Astros stole the World Series from the Dodgers. So really, Joe Kelly, even though he wasn't on that team, he's really a part of Dodgers lore when it comes to that cheating scandal, because someone had to step up for this franchise against the Astros, and it was none other than Joe Kelly. So we're going to miss you, Joe Kelly. He's headed to the White Sox, and it's really interesting because he was on AM 570 just a few weeks ago, and he was indicating that he wanted to return to the Dodgers, that he wanted to be back in blue. He is from Southern California. He's an IE guy, and you thought that maybe, hey, even if he doesn't sign with the Dodgers, maybe he'll sign with the Angels, but he's off to Chicago, and we wish him well. And I want to know from you guys, what was your favorite Joe Kelly moment? I actually just dropped a video last week with his best, most savage moments while he was on the Dodgers, but the Mariachi Joe, that was legendary. How about playing paper, rock, scissors with a fan at the game? It was just a lot of fun having Joe Kelly in Dodger blue. Now, as far as how this is going to affect the Dodgers bullpen, it's not going to have a huge impact, especially when you consider they did sign Daniel Hudson. You are going to have Tommy Kahnle come back. This bullpen does have depth to it, but I think you just really miss Joe Kelly, the personality, the guy that really kept the clubhouse loose, the fan base engaged. And look, he was very effective last year when he was on the mound, pitched over 44 innings. That's another issue with Joe Kelly. Sometimes there's durability concerns, but when he was healthy and when he had his command, we know he has top shelf stuff. So good luck in Chicago. Hey, he's still going to be at Camelback Ranch. It's just going to be with a different club. But we have some other rumors to get into really quick, starting with Nelson Cruz. Enrique Rojas tweet out, source, at least 8 teams interested in DH Nelson Cruz, including Dodgers, Padres, and Brewers. Nelly's market is accelerating, but he's not closing a deal yet. So lots of National League teams are interested in Cruz now, and he's 41. He turns 42 in July, but he is the ageless wonder. He can still be productive. He had a 122 WRC plus with 32 home runs and 584 plate appearances with the Twins and Rays last year. He's definitely, of course, going to be a designated hitter. Now, the issue is when he was traded to the Rays, he actually had a 96 WRC plus. The walks went down, the power went down, and he had a slugging percentage below 500 for the first time since 2012. But look, he did cut down on his whiffs last year. The exit velo is still pretty consistent, and he's a guy that's probably going to sign, of course, a one-year deal, probably between $10 and $13 million. Now, another DH possibility is Jorge Soler. Do you want to see some Soler power with the Dodgers next year? Well, Hector Gomez, he tweeted out, Rangers, Red Sox, Astros, Marlins, and Dodgers in talks with Jorge Soler per Mike Deportes. So he's another guy that he has the Thunder. If you look at him last season, he had 27 home runs last year. He led Major League Baseball in average home run distance at 423 feet. He was in the 99th percentile and max exit velo at 117.9. He was bad with the Royals. He had a 79 WRC plus, but with the Braves, he posted a 132 WRC plus. Of course, you saw what he was able to do in the Fall Classic. He won the World Series MVP, hit 3 bombs against the Astros. So he's another guy that can actually play some corner outfield, but mainly he's going to be a DH. So that's another name you want to talk about. He's another guy, too, is probably going to be looking at a one-year prove-it deal. So now, to me, on the surface, yeah, they might not look like Dodger moves, adding players without positional versatility. But if you talk to some people around the league, there was some talk that if they had the DH last year in the National League, that maybe Nelson Cruz would have been a Dodger. So maybe they like his thunder at the plate. And also, he's a great clubhouse guy. You saw what Albert Pujols was able to do to galvanize the clubhouse. He has that same infectious energy. And then same thing with Soler. Not as much positional versatility, not as limited as Cruz is, but he's not a guy that is your prototypical Dodger. And we saw how LA utilized the DH spot in 2020, mixing it up, giving guys some rest, and I think they're going to want to do that as well. But I think they would add the right player to assume that role. And also, you can also sit guys and use them as bats off the bench. But of course, there's the name you want to talk about, and that is Freddie Freeman. What is the latest on Mr. Frederick Charles Freeman? Well, right now, no decision has been made, and John Morosi, he tweeted out just a few seconds ago, sources, Freddie Freeman free agent decision is not imminent at this hour. Braves and Dodgers are among the teams remaining in contact with his camp, but other clubs are involved as well. So the takeaway there is the very end. Other clubs are involved. Is that the truth? Are the Yankees, are the Blue Jays, the Rays, the Mets, some of these other teams we've heard linked with him, are they making last-ditch offers to try to get Freddie Freeman? And my big question is, why have the Braves not signed him yet? That, to me, means, look, is he really just out there trying to leverage every team in the league that has any interest in him for the best possible contract with Atlanta? That's possible, but you don't think the Braves know that? Anthopoulos, he's very savvy as a GM. He knows what he's doing, and I don't think that he's just going to keep upping the offer based on these other teams' interests. And also, you wonder, what is the Dodgers' offer? Are they willing to give him that 6th year? Are they offering him a higher AAV, shorter-term deal, something in the 4 or 5 year range? I'm guessing that's possible, and will the Dodgers have an opportunity at the end to say, hey, fine, we want you badly here in Los Angeles, we're going to give you that 6th year? Maybe that's the case. Maybe the Yankees are out there saying, you know what, we're the Yankees, let's break the bank. Hey, Freddie Freeman, here's the 6th year. So are they in a bidding war right now? Are the Braves in a position where if they match other teams' offer, that he'll go back to Atlanta? Are there family factors in play as far as Freddie Freeman's wife being from Florida, him being from Southern California? I'm sure is a very difficult decision for the Freeman family, but I think at this point, it's still very much up in the air. I still like where the Dodgers are if he's not going to go to the Braves. To me, the Braves are the Dodgers' biggest threat, and you know why. He spent his entire career in Atlanta. He is this generation's Mr. Brave, and you can't fault a guy for going back to that organization. So I think if you're the Dodgers, you just stand pat. You're not desperate. Let's not forget you have an all-star first baseman that Dave Roberts said yesterday will be ready to go for opening day. So if I'm the Dodgers, I stand pat. I don't make a desperate offer. I don't say, hey, here's 7 years, $200+ million or anything like that. I think you sign Freddie under the right circumstances. But if it's close and Atlanta's still not meeting his asking price, then I say, hey, you come to LA. This is where the money's at. Your brand's going to explode even more than it already is. I think he's ready for the limelight, the prime time, big time stage of Los Angeles. And if it's about the money, if you're talking about marketing opportunities, this is the city to accomplish that. But let me know down below in the comment section. How do you feel about Joe Kelly going to the White Sox? Do you think the Dodgers will miss him on the mound? Do you think they'll miss him off the field? What was your favorite Joe Kelly moment? And how do you feel about Nelson Cruz and Jorge Soler and some of these other players? The Dodgers also have been linked to Seiya Suzuki and Jonathon Villar. So there's a lot of names out there that we'll dive into if the rumors become more serious and deals become more imminent. But right now, that's where we sit. Joe Kelly has signed with the Chicago White Sox. We're talking about Freddie Freeman still. He has not made his decision. Freddie watch continues, but let me know down below. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Dodgers news and rumors, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.